Hi everybody, this is Lisa Suttora from lisasuttora.com, and one of the questions that I get asked most frequently is, how do I find out what people are buying now? And so I want to show you an example of how I got a lead on Hot Niche tonight, where I found it, how I checked out whether or not it was something that might be a profitable niche to sell in online, and show you how you can repeat this exact same thing. So it all started when I was at one of my favorite idea hotspots. MSN.com is chock full of trending information, articles on popular products, and popular searches. And right here, I pulled up my browser, and the first thing I came to here was this headline about science fiction flicks, but my eyes were quickly drawn to this search: what is steampunk? Now let's think about this for a minute. If MSN.com is going to use up this valuable real estate on their homepage to put a search term and then put some specific topic here, you know that there's something brewing here. So I clicked on what is steampunk, and it's going to take me to an aggregated search results page that they've put together with entries for the term steampunk. And in looking here, I can see we have images, there's a Wikipedia entry, there's a shop for steampunk, so I know that there are products associated, which if I want to sell physical products online, this is what I want to know about. Right here I'm looking, wow, well, these steampunk bracelets, they're selling for $165. This steampunk necklace selling for $108. So I see some high price points here. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to keep looking at this. Now I look here, I see that there's a steampunk convention. I see that there are steampunk workshops. There's certainly a lot of people interested in steampunk. So this right here is telling me that these are clues that I'm putting together that are telling me that there's something here. I've seen products, I see that there's workshops, I see that there's conferences. I even see that there's a steampunk magazine, and we know that if someone's publishing a magazine about a particular niche, that there's enough interest there for them to publish it. They can get advertisers. That means that advertisers are advertising products. That means that there are going to be products for you to sell in that niche. Now I look further, I see, well, there's steampunk products that are being sold on Artfire, and it continues on here. So right now I'm looking at this niche saying, okay, there's something here. I want to check this out. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to Google Insights. And Google Insights will give you the trending information on a particular term or set of terms. So it's going to tell you whether searches for those terms are trending up or trending down. So I'm going to go ahead here and type in steampunk. And remember, at this point, I'm not typing in any particular products. I'm trying to get an overall sense of what is going on with this niche. So I'm going to change my filter because I want to just find out what's been going on in the last 12 months. I'm going to leave it at all categories. And now I'm going to do a search for steampunk and see what it tells me. I see that, steampunk in the last 12 months, it's trending up here pretty high in terms of searches. It's kind of a spiky here, but it's definitely going upwards. If you look at where we're at right here, June 2011, we're slightly higher than we were a year ago. So that's a good indicator right here. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to rising searches, because this is what it's going to tell you, where it's going to tell you whether people are really searching for things. And when I look at rising searches, I see here some search terms at the top: steampunk Minecraft, steampunk Palin, interesting, steampunk texture pack. Now remember, I have no idea what these products are at this point. But these are breakout searches, which means these breakout searches have more than 500% increase in searches in the past period of time that we're searching for. So in the past year. Now look at this: steampunk girls plus 70%, steampunk dresses plus 50%. This was really interesting to me, especially since we're in June, we're in wedding season. Steampunk weddings, 50%, plus 50%. All right, here we have steampunk costumes, steampunk couture. Now I come over here and I see the #1 search, steampunk clothing, steampunk goggles, steampunk fashion, steampunk jewelry, Victorian steampunk, steampunk art, steampunk watches. So you can see right now there's a whole lot of products that are being sold that are related to steampunk. You can also look here and find out that the United States is the top regional interest for steampunk products, and then interestingly, New Zealand and Canada and Australia and the UK. This tells you where people are buying these products. Then I go up here and I look at the associated articles that Google's posted. This was the one that caught my eye, Steampunk, the New Goth. Steampunk brings a vigorous Victoriana to home style. So I even know that there's home decor products that have a steampunk influence. This is interesting. Is steampunk running out of puff? So I'm going to read that to find out whether or not steampunk is, what this article says. Maybe it's going to say yes, it is, or no, it's not. I'm going to take a look at this article, the steampunk sensation. So I'm going to find out what's trending, what's going on with steampunk. If I sell on eBay, I'm going to take it a step further. So I'm going to go here to Terapeak. I've already run my search in here. Basically, I'm looking at a 90-day report for the term steampunk. Remember, I'm just looking at overall numbers right now. I'm not drilling down into separate categories. And what this is telling me is that there's 44,909 listings for products with the term steampunk in those listings, 40.95% sell-through rate, and total sales here in the last 90 days, $540,393 worth of products with steampunk. Now, if we want to know specifically what's selling with the term steampunk in it, I can go down here and I can just start scrolling through these listings. I can see exactly what is selling and how much it sold for. So there's a lot of things that I can find out about steampunk from this Terapeak tool. Now, I'm also going to go over and I'm going to look at Amazon.com. Because we know that eBay and Amazon are the two biggest marketplaces on the internet. So I always want to get my finger on the pulse of what is happening here on Amazon. So this tells me that on both eBay and Amazon, there are steampunk products being sold. eBay, in this case, has more of a selection for steampunk products than Amazon does, but I know that there are products being sold in both marketplaces. So back to where we started. It all started because when I came to one of my favorite idea hotspots, MSN.com, I was in the product sourcing mindset. I'm always looking. I always have my radar on. I'm always looking for something that is spotlighted, highlighted, something that catches my eye, that's being featured on my favorite idea hotspot sites. And I was curious. It's all about the curiosity and the click. What did I do? I was curious. I clicked. It took me to enough information to tell me to dig more. I am a detective, a product sourcing detective, and I know now that steampunk is a very viable niche for selling products online and selling information online. And from here, I will go into more in-depth research to drill down and see what products that I want to sell specifically, or how I want to sub-niche this out, or take a selection of steampunk products and add it into my existing product line. This is just one small example of using an idea hotspot to find hot niche markets.